Welcome back to the Too Fast channel. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and a review of a set of magnetic gun mounts. Now these are branded Kotto, K-O-T-T-O. These came from Amazon. You get two of these for $14.99. I'll put the link in the description. Also, the manufacturer has so nicely allowed me to give away two sets of these. So if you want a set of these, leave a comment saying that you want one of these sets for free, and I will pass that information on to the manufacturer, and they have told me that they will send out two sets to two lucky winners. So let's get on with the unboxing. We'll also do a testing too, but right now this is just an unboxing. I'm over on my workbench. My normal unboxing display area is occupied with another project, so we get to move over to the workbench here for this unboxing. Alright, so this is basically just the box that it ships in. Inside the box is a comment card about leaving us comments or leaving us positive feedback off of Amazon if you like the product. Right off the bat, we've got three 3M double-sided sticky tabs. This does appear to be the same type of 3M tape that I get at the auto body repair shop that's used for like side molding, that's waterproof, and it's very tacky. So good stuff. I don't know if this will actually be suitable for these magnets though, but it is included. There's also a small instructional sheet that talks about how to mount it. It ships with 8 Phillips screws, 4 per magnet, and you'll need a Phillips screwdriver to install it. And pretty straightforward there with the instructions. Nice little packaging here. This has been doing this a lot. These magnets are so strong that as soon as I open up the box, the screws get sucked over to the magnets, which is to be expected with very strong magnets like this. There's some foam here that basically separates these two magnets, and so it's a nice presentation with the box. The top of these magnets basically say Kotto or Kotto, and there's some texturing on it. Four holes for the screws. Obviously the holes are recessed, so if we use one of these included screws, they're not very long. They're maybe 3/4 of an inch long. They are a panhead or an hourglass type screw. So they go in there flush. So if you use these screws, your firearm's not gonna come in contact with the screws, so you'll be all right. This is a rubberized material here that's on top of these magnets, and it does appear to be glued on here. So this material shouldn't scratch the finish of your firearm. So if you're using a pistol or an airsoft or shotgun or what have you. Those are my initial impressions upon unboxing. These magnets, like if I stick these two together, these are very powerful magnets, probably the most powerful magnets I've ever seen. So the strength of the magnet seems to be good. We've got some screws, we've got some two-sided tape, and the information on the Amazon link for these, basically these are listed as neodymium magnets. They can hold up to 50 pounds. The rubber coating, of course, they list these magnets as fitting a lot of different firearms, which of course is going to have to be a metal type of firearm. It's not going to work with won't stick to a polymer frame, for example, so it's going to have to stick to the slide. They talk about possible mounting locations in the vehicle, under the steering wheel, under your desk, by your bedside, in your safe, anywhere you want to quickly mount or quickly store a firearm so you have quick access to it. They also list a lifetime warranty, and that's about all the information off the Amazon listing. Now, depending upon where you live in what part of the country, if you're going to use this for firearm, you should be aware of your local firearms laws, because some states do not allow you to store a firearm outside of a locked container or store a firearm with the ammunition. They have to be stored separately. So make sure that you abide by the laws in your particular city and or state for firearm storage. So if you were to use one of these in your car, I would assume you would screw this underneath your dash someplace, maybe in your center console, and use the provided screws. I honestly don't think this two-sided tape would be strong enough. I think when you go to remove your gun, I think that the magnet's going to pull right off of this tape, but you could probably use the screws and the tape together. So that's all the comments I have about that. Let's let me grab a pistol, and we'll do some preliminary tests with these magnets. Okay, I've got my Polymer 80 Glock 90 or Glock 19 here, and we'll just go ahead and use this as an example with these magnets. Let's just that's gonna hold. Yeah, this is extremely strong. I mean, I got to put some muscle into it to pull the magnet off the slide. So I don't think retention of the gun with this magnet is definitely, it's not going to be a problem. So possible mounting scenarios. You know, these are not very thick. These are maybe 1/4 inch thick. So if you were to mount a firearm like this against, like, let's say I mounted it right here, this is not going to be very easy for me to remove, because I can't get my fingers underneath the grip. I can partially get my hand on it, but I think for my situation, like, I'll probably mount this. I'll probably mount one of these behind my headboard of my bed, and I'll probably mount it just like this so I can reach down and grab it. And it's tough for me to get this magnet off, it's so strong. I'll probably mount it like this, and I'll have to be careful because I've got suppressor height sights on here, so I don't have as much flexibility. It's got to be mounted somewhere right in that area, so it clears the sights. Yeah, it's extremely strong. It's tough for me to get it off with my left hand. My right hand's stronger than my left hand. Mounting on the side, you know, you'll obviously have to play around with this in your particular scenario, but you know, just from what I can see, if I was to mount this to my headboard and I was to reach back there, I don't really have a solid grip on to pull this gun away. It would be problematic. At least I think it would be problematic, I'm guessing. Now, I could always take a small block of wood that's a little bit bigger than this, mount this to the block of wood, and then mount the block of wood to the back side of my headboard. That way, when it's mounted, I actually can get in there and grab a hold of the grip and quickly pull the gun out. So I could do that as well. Now, mounting, I don't know much about mounting something like this in a car. For concealed carry in a car, I normally have something at my 5 o'clock, or I have it in my center console. I've never really explored the idea of mounting a firearm underneath the dash. I know that on my work desk, that's another possibility of mounting one of these underneath my work desk like this, and having the gun mounted like this, so if I'm sitting in front of my desk, I can reach underneath the desk, grab the gun with a firm grip, and pull it out and have access to it. So that's another possibility, is mounting it underneath my desk and then going with the top of the slide mounted. So that's something, since I have two magnets, I'll probably do one on my desk and one on the bed frame is where I'll probably put these two. And so that's probably going to be my plan. But this initially was, I was going to show the mounting of this on my bed frame, but I don't really want to disclose exactly where my firearm's going to be in my bedroom and on my bed frame and so on. So I just figured we'd do this on the workbench. But anyway, so far everything that I've seen with this is good, especially, ouch, just pinched my fingers with those two magnets. Yeah, these very strong magnets. Anyway, so I don't need to make this video too long because there's not much else to talk about. I think they'll get the job done. I'm assuming that these 3/4 inch screws are going to be sufficient so they won't pull out of wood. You know, if I had to say anything, I'd say maybe these screws are not. Maybe they're not good enough. I don't know. They're not. I don't think they're sheet metal screws. I think they're definitely wood screws. They just seem a little short. But then again, you know, depending upon what you're screwing these into, you don't want screws that are too long either. So yeah, if you were screwing these in the plastic, I'm not sure. If you were to mount these underneath the dash of a car and screw it in the plastic, I'm not sure how well this would hold up. Normally in a situation like that, you'd have screws with nuts on it. You'd have some sort of a backing plate, and you put the screws through, and there's a backing plate, and you put the nuts on it. That way, this constant pulling doesn't pull the screws out. So whether these are sufficient for the particle wood layered, particle wood laminated bed frame that I have, I don't know. I may have to opt to go with a larger screw. The holes in this are fairly big, so I think I could get a larger hourglass necked screw in there, whatever those are called. Like a little hourglass on them. I think I could get a larger screw in there, because you know, after you put the screw all the way through here, you don't have a lot of material going into the wood. And you know, normally on particle board, I'd use a drywall screw or something that's got a little bit more heavy duty threads. Pardon me while I disappear for a second and see if I can find something that's probably more appropriate in my, yeah, something like this would be a heavier duty drywall screw right here. This is 1 inch versus the 3/4 inch. You can see the threads are much more, whoops, here we go. Now you can see this. The threads are much finer on this, almost like a sheet metal thread, whereas the threads are much wider on this hourglass type screw. And this, yeah, see, this will fit and it will go flush, so we don't have the gun rubbing against the head of the screw. So I'll probably use these to go into particle board. So it's something to keep in mind, depending upon where you plan on mounting this. I don't think the 3M tape by itself is going to be suitable. These screws might be suitable for some scenarios, but you know, if you're going into particle board or something like that, you might want something with a more coarser thread on it and something a bit longer, which I'll probably use those. So those are my initial comments after looking at this. So anyway, this is going to wrap up the review of the Kotto 2-pack gun magnet mount, available via Amazon. I'll put the link in the description if you want to go directly to it. Also, again, if you want to win a free set of these, leave a comment in the video description and I will get your information, your shipping address from you and send it to the manufacturer, and hopefully they send out the 2 sets to 2 lucky winners. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.